home. Life insurance can be an important part of your family's financial strategy. Life insurance from AAA Life Insurance Company offers an affordable way to allow your family to continue to live in the home they love. The local agents at Kelvin Melzar Agency have the knowledge and experience to help you choose a life insurance plan to fit your budget and insurance needs. Give us a call today at 706-524-7339 or visit us at www.melzaragency.com. AAA Life Insurance Company is licensed in all states except New York. Life insurance underwritten by AAA Life Insurance Company, Livonia, Michigan. Products and features may vary.
Middle Georgia artist. Your world-renowned music wants to be played on The Glory. 980 AM WDDL. Stop by 1140 Cortland Avenue, Suite 100, and drop that incredible music off to us today. Middle Georgia wants to hear you on 980 AM WDDL.
This is Bibb Sheriff David Davis. What does it take to be a Bibb County Deputy Sheriff? Physical agility? Yes. Mental aptitude? Of course. A moral compass that allows you to determine right from wrong? Absolutely. But it takes something more. A desire to be a part of something bigger than yourself, a commitment to serve with respect and understanding when people need you the most. If you possess these qualities, please apply today. Call our recruiter at 478-621-5605.
Leave your neck, back, and shoulder pains in the hands of Cranford Chiropractic, the personal friendly doctor with a friendly staff. Cranford Chiropractic is located at 3539 Vineville Avenue. That's 3539 Vineville Avenue in Macon. The team that works with you to help you through your pain. They lighten your load by assisting you with your insurance claims, working with your attorney, doctors to escort you through this process. Vertice from WDDO had a personal experience, and he says this is the place to go. Make that call at 478-471-0774. Make that call, 478-471-0774. Cranford Chiropractic. Cranford Chiropractic, lining you up one patient at a time.
I'm Doc Drew, and I want everyone to know the man from Galilee. Here's Chris Bird in True Victory. Help me say it.
Do you know the man from Galilee?
He preached the word.
He preached the word
and set men free.
He set men free.
They hung him high.
They hung him high upon a tree.
And I wonder,
do you know the man from Galilee?
Bishop Rance Allen, the Bible speaks of this man in Matthew 9 and 20. Can you help me?
He healed the woman with an issue of blood.
Yeah.
He turned the water into wine.
Sing it, Bishop.
He fed 5,000 with 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. And he raised Lazarus from the dead. He preached the word and set men free. They hung him high.
All right. Good afternoon, Middle Georgia. Good afternoon, Macon. Good afternoon, Perry. Good afternoon, Fort Valley. Good afternoon, Warner Robins. You're tuned in to The Glory, 107.9 FM, and you definitely are on with Don. Your current time is 1:15 on Wednesday, so that means it is now time for our Wisdom Wednesday segment with none other than our B. Scott Legal. B. Scott Legal, are you there?
Good afternoon, Bishop.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Wonderful. Thanks for asking.
Okay, great. Wonderful. So here we go. Another week with our legal segment.
Yes, ma'am.
You ready to get started?
I am. Let's go for it.
Okay. You got a lot of stuff going on over there.
I do, but we're gonna make it work. How about that?
Okay. All right. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Here we go, another week. We are glad to be here and to share with you all this afternoon. So to start, I wanted to follow up on what we were talking about last week. And we were talking about the sentences of the defendants in the killing of Ahmaud Arbery's case. And we thought that they were going to be sentenced in February, but they were actually sentenced on Friday.
Okay.
And on Friday, Travis McMichael and Gregory McMichael, the father and the son, they were both sentenced to life terms with no possibility of parole.
Wow.
Which means that they are slated to die in prison.
Wow.
Right. Roddy Bryant, the one that was following them and that provided the video, he was sentenced to life with the possibility of parole.
Okay.
So that means that after 30 years, he may be able to get out.
Okay.
The court differentiated them. It was interesting sentencing hearing. The court, talked about how that the judge felt that this was, again, an all-out manslaughter or murder. And he talked about how one of the things that they consider in sentencing is the remorse of the defendants. So if you are remorseful or actually sorry about what happens, if that's not, then your sentence can be reduced. Okay. The court talked about remorse does not always mean saying I'm sorry. Remorses can be seen in your actions.
Okay.
And so the court pointed out that after Ahmaud Arbery was shot, Travis McMichael and Greg McMichael, they turned their backs on him.
Wow.
As if, to not even consider that what had happened.
Right.
That was one of the considerations for giving them life without parole. And therefore, but Roddy Bryant, he kind of differentiated him in that he actually did seem remorseful at the scene.
Okay.
And, by providing the video, he was trying to help, make the situation better. But he thought that Travis McMichael and Greg McMichael were very callous.
Okay.
So that is their sentences for this. Now, what is interesting is in the legal community, people are discussing Roddy Bryant. Now, he was the one that was following and took the actual video. He actually turned the video over. And in any type of normal circumstance, anybody that helped in that manner could probably be open to a plea that might be lesser than what he got. And he probably had a chance to have a lesser plea if his attorney, who we all have, if you were paying any attention, he's been very eccentric from the beginning. If his attorney had allowed him to take a plea or even entertain that.
Wow.
Right. Okay. But that is that. So I want to just follow up on that.
Okay.
The other thing I wanted to talk about today was I wanted to go back over, it's the beginning of the year and people like to try to get their affairs in order and try to do things together. So I wanted to talk again about probate and about wills and how to probate a will. So there are two circumstances for probating a will. One is probating an estate. One is if there is a will, and one is if there's not a will. Okay. And a lot of times people want to do this process. They may not have a lot of money, so they may not be able to retain an attorney, but it can be very confusing. So I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible as we talk about it. The probate court, first, you want to visit the probate court. They have help. They have resources there. You want to do searches on the internet for how to probate an estate. And those things can help you. If you are concerned or if you can afford it, then definitely find an attorney to assist you with this. But there are plenty of people that go through probate court and do this on their own and are successful.
True.
Okay. So let's talk about if somebody dies without a will. If someone dies without a will, then the process you're going to go through is to ask for letters of administration. Okay. And you want the court to appoint an administrator who will then distribute the assets of the estate as they should be.
Okay.
So we'll come back to how that works again, and we're reviewing this. Okay. So when you go to court, you want to file a petition for letters of administration. There is a fee that's associated with that. Okay. And there's a form, there's a standard form that everybody uses. It's again out on the website for probate court forms. It's available for anybody. You fill out the form, you pay the filing fee, you put it in and file it with the county, with the probate court. And the court will then consider appointing an administrator. Okay. The job of the administrator is to again take the assets and split them up as they're supposed to be, and then to pay any debts to any creditors that there are. Okay.
Okay.
Usually the administrator will be a surviving spouse or one of the children.
Okay.
Okay. And the majority of the heirs can choose who they want to be as the administrator. So once again, if you die without a will, in general, if you have a spouse or kids, your whole estate will go to them and or kids. Okay. If you have a child that died before you, then their share will be split among their children.
Okay.
If you die with a spouse but no children, your spouse will inherit your entire estate. You die with children but no spouse, your children will split everything equally. That means biological and adopted children. Okay.
Okay.
If you have a spouse and more than one child, your spouse will get 1/3, and then your children will split the other 2/3 of the estate. Okay. All right. So if you have a spouse and one child, the estate will be split 50-50. If you have a spouse and 2 children, each one will get 1/3. If you have a spouse and 3 children, then your spouse will get 1/3, and your 3 children will split 2/3.
Okay.
Just to give some information on how then it could be split. Now, if you die without a spouse or children, then the next people in line are your parents. If you do not have any living parents, then your estate will go to your siblings. If you do not have a spouse, children, parents, or siblings, your estate will then go to either your grandparents, your aunt and uncles, or their children, or if no aunts and uncles, then your cousins. Okay.
All right.
All right. So that's how you would, in general, high level probate an estate with no will. Okay. The other part is if a person dies with a will, then then there is another process, and you want to file for an executor of the estate. Okay. This person will gather all of the assets of the deceased, pay off any debts and taxes, and give the remaining assets to the people that are named in the will. Okay.
Okay.
So you want to, if once a person dies, you want to file the will with the probate court. You should locate the will and file it immediately. Even if you don't think that there are any assets, even if you don't think you're going to go through the probate process, you still should file the will with the probate court. Okay.
Okay.
Then after that, if you are the person that wants to be the executor or the personal representative, then you can petition the court to start the probate process, collect all of the estates. Once the probate process is done and you become the administrator of the estate, you then again collect assets, pay off the debts, and distribute the remaining assets. Okay.
Okay.
So when might not you want to probate a will? If the deceased does not have any assets, you don't have to go through the probate process. The other part is if there are non-probatable or probate required assets. That means that these are assets owned with another person. So let's say you have a bank account with 2 people's name on it. The second person can still operate on that account. Therefore, you don't have to go through the probate process. Okay. If the assets are held in a trust, then you may not have to go through the probate process.
Okay.
Okay. And if you are the executor of a will, you want to make sure that you understand your responsibilities. So once you become the executor, then you're responsible for filing a will, beginning the probate process if necessary, using the funds from the estate to pay the funeral and burial expenses, gathering the estate's assets together, paying off any debts and taxes, distributing any gifts to the people that are named in the will. And once all of that is done, then you can close the probate or close the estate.
I had a question for you. So does the executor get a percentage more for being the executor, like pay for being the executor? Is that?
They don't get a percentage more, but they can get paid from the estate for some of the things that they do.
Okay. All right. All right.
So I just wanted to go over that really quickly. It's high level. Again, a lot of times that is confusing, and people have a lot of questions about that. If you have any questions, you're always welcome to call, reach out and ask. But again, for probate, the resources out there, just have to do it. There is a filing fee if you want to go through the probate process. But a lot of times to get these things fixed, if you have land or if you have any type of assets that need to be distributed, you want to go ahead and do that, because the further it goes down and the further it gets without probating, it becomes a little bit more difficult.
More difficult there. Okay.
Right. Okay. So that's the probate process.
All right. Well, thank you, ma'am. We appreciate it. And yeah, once again, difficult conversations that we don't like having, but we need to. So.
That is correct. You're so right. You're so very right.
All right. Thank you so much, B. Scott Legal. We look forward to being with you again on next Wednesday.
All right. Yes, we sure do. Thank you for allowing us to share.
Most definitely.
Okay. So
all
you
right.
have a good afternoon.
And you do the same.
And we will talk to you soon.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. That's B. Scott Legal giving us our Wisdom Wednesday segment, giving us a little something on the Ahmaud Arbery, the gentleman that murdered Ahmaud Arbery's case, as well as some probate information. So let's make sure that we govern ourselves accordingly. A lot of times we don't like to have these conversations, but they are so necessary to have. All right. So join her next Wednesday for Wisdom Wednesday. You may know somebody that needs this information. Please make sure you forward them this video, tag them in it, send it to them just so that they would have it, because we want to make sure that we get this information to everyone that could possibly need it. All right. Don't forget, join me at 2:15 for the Chi-Hi-Hi at 2:15 with the First Lady of Hype. She's going to bring the funny. She's going to bring that good information. And trust me, you don't want to miss it, because she's going to give us a little known Black history fact. And if you know all 4 Black history facts on Friday, you have the opportunity to win lunch on WDDO. All right. Got some more good gospel music coming up for you right after these messages. Keep it locked right here on the Glory 107.9 FM.
The Glory 980 AM WDDO is sponsored by B. Scott Legal Solutions, specializing in family law, criminal law, and general practice. Looking for a way out? Let B. Scott Legal Solutions figure this out. Don't allow your situation to entrap you. Call 833-4B-SCOTT. 833-4B-SCOTT. 833-427-2688. B. Scott Legal is ready right now to help you and your family find a solution. Call now. B. Scott Legal Solutions. You don't ever have to be stranded with a flat tire. Bubba's Mobile Tire and Repair Service, LLC. 24-hour roadside assistance. They service cars, trucks, RVs, tractor trailers, and much more. For your roadside needs, call Bubba's Mobile Tire and Repair at 478-781-7433. And they're located at 3561 Broadway in Macon. And oh yeah, truck parking is coming real soon. So call Bubba right now at 478-781-7433. Bubba's Mobile and Tire Repair, LLC. Middle Georgia now has a wedding chapel available to serve you. Do you have a small ministry looking for a place to conduct service? A Glory Chapel of Cherokee Heights Historical District can accommodate you with conference, church meetings and concerts, christening and small banquets and baby showers, and many other events you're looking to have are available. Are you looking to have a wedding or just get married? They offer 24 hours a day and 7-day-a-week wedding services. Call her today, Dr. Dallas Anderson, at 478-216-8122. That's 478-216-8122. While spots are still available, spots are filling up real fast. The prices are unbelievably reasonable. So call her today, Dr. Dallas Anderson. While spots are still available, chaplain services are included in selected packages for weddings and marriages. 478-216-8122. That's 478-216-8122. The Glory Chapel of Cherokee Heights. The Glory 980 AM WDDO is sponsored by B. Scott Legal Solutions, specializing in family law, criminal law, and general practice. Looking for a way out? Let B. Scott Legal Solutions figure this out. Don't allow your situation to entrap you. Call 833-4B-SCOTT. 833-4B-SCOTT. 833-427-2688. B. Scott Legal is ready right now to help you and your family find the solution. Call now. B. Scott Legal Solutions.
Even while living 6 feet apart,
bad things can still happen.
if you get in an accident and been hurt,
Call us. We might be able to help you.
the Dozier Law Firm. We've been here and will be here for the duration.